BMW motor. And finally, the AMG G63 is available with the off-road package. But is it just as fast as it once was on-road? We're gonna find out today in a quarter-mile drag race, followed by a roll race, by putting it up against a Land Rover Defender Octa with a BMW motor. And representing the EVs, we got the Cyber Beast, don't be offended, and the Hummer EV, 10,000 pounds. But let's just see, if they're that good on-road, are they that good off-road? We're gonna give it to Mike Owens, a race car driver, to see which one sets the best lap time on our dirt track. Let's go! Sure, checking the AMG Off-Road Package Pro Box means you sacrifice tarmac shredding, race start launch control. But who needs a prep drag strip when you can conquer a literal mountain? This is the 2026 Mercedes-AMG G63. It still packs a hand-built 4-liter bi-turbo V8, hammering out 577 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque. It's 5,800 pounds of pure, unapologetic G-Wagon that can blast from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in only 4.3 seconds. It trades the blacktop for the dirt, and it looks damn good doing it. Enter the apex predator of the British wilderness, the 2026 Land Rover Defender Octa. They took a legendary luxury off-roader, stuffed a BMW M twin-turbo V8 under the hood, and created a 5,700-pound monster. We're talking 626 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque, paired with a completely reworked, widened suspension that begs to be punished on the trail. It hits 100 kilometers an hour in only 4.2 seconds. It's built to survive the apocalypse and outrun at the exact same time. Love it or hate it, you cannot ignore it. The 2024 Tesla Cyber Beast Foundation Package is a bullet-resistant stainless steel wedge. It tips the scales at a hefty 6,900 pounds and has a tri-motor setup that makes warp drive a reality. 845 horsepower and 860 pound-feet of torque. It annihilates the 0 to 100 run in a neck-snapping 2.8 seconds. When you drop the hammer, you're not just moving, you're feeling the gravitational escape velocity that puts this truck in a class of its own.
Traveling soon? No stress. Your 4G, 5G, and 200+ destinations. Stay
that puts this truck in a class of its own. If XS had a mascot, this would be it. The 2025 GMC Hummer EV SUV 3X is nearly 10,000 pounds of all-American electric shock and awe. This absolute animal brings 830 horsepower and an earth-rotating 1,000 pound-feet of torque to the party. It crab walks around boulders on a trail, but point it straight, and this 4.5-ton brick will absolutely terrify you, launching from 0 to 100 in just 3.5 seconds. It shouldn't be this fast. It shouldn't be this massive, but we are okay with that.
Come on, these electric cars, man. Although the Germans are going at it. No way. I thought I had it.
That was a good run, but I think I had a late start there, Carlo.
I don't think you had a late start. I have M power in this thing.
Tyler, did you take Brian?
Cybertruck beat me by a little bit there.
Out of my rearview mirror, it was pretty hard to see how far back you guys were.
I mean, when you say your rearview mirror, you mean your camera, right? Because you really don't have a back window, do you?
You're right, my rearview camera.
Yeah, come on, baby.
Oh, it's Cybertruck. Yeah, no way.
That was a good launch with the Hummer.
Oh, I'm catching him. I'm catching him.
Did I get you there to the corner there, Carlo?
You did, but I started catching you.
So does Octa stand for obese?
Yup. It's basically an overweight M5.
Whoa, come on, stay ahead of Carlo. Come on. Just to the corner.
Now that was a really close race. Carlo, that was mine and your closest race. Notice how we're not talking about what Brian and Tyler were doing because they were like in a different dimension.
Yeah, you had me at the start. You launched way better. That was my worst launch, but man, this thing picks up after 170 and it just keeps going.
Everyone knows that the Tesla Cyber Beast is made of stainless steel. Tough? Not as tough as titanium. That's why today's video is brought to you by Saga Metals, traded as SAGA in Canada and SAGMF in the US. When you combine extreme strength and insane lightness, you completely change what a vehicle can truly survive. Lighter, faster, stronger. But the world is desperate to secure titanium supply in North America. That's where Saga Metals comes in. They've secured the Radar Titanium project and are finding massive intercepts over a huge zone because the future isn't just electric, it's titanium. And if you want to find out what Saga Metals is up to and this incredible opportunity, click on the links below and it'll tell you everything you need to know. Now it's time to see what these four beasts can do off-road. We've got none other than Mike Owens, who normally races for Ferrari, to run these around our off-road track. Let's see which one of these four beasts can get around this track the fastest and try and stay the cleanest. But not likely.
Octa squats nicely in the launch, feels fantastic, churning the dirt. The suspension feels a little bit more oriented towards this high speed than the G-Wagon. Over the ruts there, it handles that gentle transition well. Turns in really well here, turns in really well. You feel the suspension handling a ton here. It feels more active in the body motion than the G-Wagon. We're gripping nicely. And then right here, it gives me a moment. The traction control kicks in and slows the vehicle on that transition. We say it's off, but it just kicks in and slows it for a second on me. Into the braking zone, we get on the brakes a little deeper than I wanted, a little sliding on the grass before the turn kicks in, the front end grips. But now we're back on the power and it rotates really well, really feels more race oriented. I love the suspension of this vehicle. Feels more race oriented. I love the suspension of this vehicle.
There we go. Basically resurfacing the earth when I take off here in the Hummer. It's pretty smile-inducing. You can feel yourself churning the earth like no other vehicle here. This big rut that's almost a lift in the gas vehicles, the vehicle just plows over it. The suspension does a good job. You barely even notice it. Now getting her turned, you gotta let the front end grip and then get in on the traction. But she's got lots of power. We found it's really mode dependent. I think that's dirt from the back of the vehicle flying over the windshield. I'm definitely resurfacing the planet. Here we go. Big traction zone. Get her stopped on the grass. I need to lose a bit more speed to get the front end to grip, but then we can unleash the power of the tri-motor, and it's smile-inducing. This is the way to enjoy an electric vehicle, I think.
Okay, here we go, that AMG power. Great sounding engine here. Surprising lack of body roll when you launch off here. Deep set of ruts here. Just a slight lift to get the vehicle over, but the suspension handles it great. You can really feel the preciseness of the new front end on the G-Wagon going around here. It's surprisingly flat for a vehicle that feels so tall and short wheelbase, but good fun here. The transition between drifts is nice and smooth and natural in the vehicle. Love the torque. The torque makes this so manageable. Here we go, flat out. flat out down the straight. Grabbing the brakes, it doesn't dive forward the way I would expect it to. It's really impressive. Here we go. Let's get back on the throttle, get her turned. Lots of drift, super fun.
There's that traction management, but it moves. It really moves around, putting the torque to the ground. You can feel the four-wheel steering really going at it. A little bit more sideways there than I would have wanted. The weight under braking, but this is shockingly good at drifting. It's actually so controllable because the throttle is so precise. This much weight should not move like that. It is hilarious. So much weight, the big cars just roll over stuff. Gotta be careful my braking zones because it's a lot of weight to stop with the acceleration. Let's get her turned. Drifting is not a problem. Let's keep her going. Come on, Tesla. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There we go. Now the power down again. It definitely cuts the power a little bit more than I would like when you've cranked steering lock in, but it made me laugh, and that's a major mark of success for a vehicle. It made me laugh.